Hello class, this is Susan Olson again, your instructor for BSCOM 435. I'm here to talk to you about the Week 5 final paper. So the idea is that you are going to be giving advice, speaking in the first person. So there's going to be a lot of I believe this and this is what I think and what I've read about, etc. Imagine you're writing a paper that would be published either in a local newspaper. They say for advice for novice journalists, but I will be fine if you write to people who are novice in a job that you understand and know how to do. What you want to do is inspire them to become more creative and share with them what you've learned. I have looked through the assignment many times and reviewed many papers that have been submitted, and I've come to the conclusion that you have probably done a lot of the research yourself already, but you do need to have 3 peer-reviewed papers from the library. I have provided one for you. I'm posting it. You should be able to see it and download it. So I'll talk about this in the number of points. There are 5 points to the essay that need to be covered. The first is, what is your definition of creativity, stemming from your research on methods of increasing and measuring creativity. So that would be a very good point to refer to Week 1 and Week 2 papers, where you've done readings, you've done research, and you've written about that topic. Point number 2 is an evaluation of research examining creativity that reinforces your definition of creativity. And how can creativity be studied in the future based on what you've learned in the readings? So this is where I have provided you with a paper I got from the library. I'm going to upload the PDF for you. And I found that in the library just by typing in Future Study of Creativity. I think it has a great approach to predicting the use of models. For instance, it says, rather than focusing on either the producer or the receiver as the principal source of creativity, other communication theories such as the transmission method and the cultural context method have done. So now this is 2 other models that you can talk about in your paper because they will describe them and give references to them. This paper will demonstrate that the systems model of creativity allows both the producer and the receiver to be examined in equal components within a creative system. So I think that's a great paper to utilize, and I think if everybody uses that paper, I'll be happy. So that's my gift to you. And the third point of the essay is an evaluation of characteristics of creative people. What are some of the distinguishing personality and psychological traits of people who are creative? That is covered beautifully in your book. So please look at that. We covered it, I think, in the first 3 weeks. We talked about psychological traits. We talked about your creative personality, and so forth. And then the 4th point comes straight from Week 4. How do you understand the relationship between critical and analytical thinking compared to creativity? How does cultivating creativity develop critical thinking skills? So you did research in Week 4 for that. And finally, the 5th point is an evaluation of methods of increasing creativity. Which methods of increasing creativity do you have personal experience with? And what would you plan on applying? And explain why. So that comes from your Week 3 paper, where you talked about how you would increase your creativity.